Hey there, it's Kimberly Lucht, and today I want to talk about how to fall in love with your business. And I want to start with a story about my abuelita who had her own business, and she's actually the first entrepreneur I ever met. This shirt actually reminds me of her a lot because she used to wear a lot of button-up patterned things, and my sister actually thought it was hers when I wore it for the first time. So I was like, perfect shirt for this video because her devotion and her love for her business is something that I admire to this day. And just to give a little context, she used to have a shop in a market space in Matamoros, Tamaulipas in Mexico, which is on the border of Texas. And a lot of her market, her audience, her clients, her customers would come across from the border. So they would be tourists or spring breakers or, you know, that type of vibe, right? There was a lot at the time, a lot of traffic going in and out of Mexico from Texas. Around 2008, 9, and 10, that stream of tourists started to kind of dry out, and it started to be like, oh, a little bit of a ghost town in the market. Like there wasn't really many people, and still to this day, because recently my mom and I finally went down to clean her shop out and there's really nobody there. Although that tourist stream dried up seemingly overnight because of certain governmental policies and a lot of other things and uncertainty going on in Mexico, my abuela used to go in every single day. This means that from about 2008 to 2013, she went in every single day until she died. And that devotion, that loving devotion to her business, and maybe she just wanted to get out of the house, maybe she just wanted to feel a sense of purpose, but at the end of the day, I think it really came back to the love and the devotion that she had to her business in that space at that time. And so if you want to bring in a little bit more of that devotion, even when things aren't going great, even when things aren't totally what you would want them to be, even when things feel like they're not going to change ever. Like my abuela, I don't think that she really thought it was going to get any better, but she decided to go in anyways. And so if you want that type of love energy and devotion energy to come into your business in those moments, then here's what I think really helps. My first tip is to decide exactly what you love about your business right now. What are the things that are working super well? What are the things that just are like, yes, this is working seamlessly. It feels so good. It feels so juicy. What are the things that you most love about your business right now? And focusing in on that first helps us to kind of see the beautiful things and the positive things of like whatever your business is like in the moment, however much, you know, money you're bringing in, however many clients you have, however much marketing is kind of being out there and being put out into the space. There's certain things I'm sure that are, you know, maybe besides that or apart from that, that you feel like I am in love with this program, or I am in love with this project, or I'm in love with this client, or whatever it is, right? Like not in a weird way, like being in love with your clients in not a romantic way. But there's probably a lot of elements like that. You're like, I really love, maybe you create YouTube videos like this. I really love creating YouTube videos. I really love creating TikTok videos. I really love creating podcast episodes. Like, what do you love? What lights your heart on fire when you think about doing it in your business? And so question number 2 is, what doesn't feel like a perfect fit right now? What are things that maybe if you could change them, that you would change in a heartbeat? What are the things that feel like, okay, I could love my business so much more if only this thing was working better? So the reason why we want to dial in on that a little bit is to see where we can improve and what we can focus on right now to, you know, amp up the love energy in our business. Like maybe you don't love the working hours that you have. Is there a possibility to switch them up a little bit? Maybe you don't love doing customer service emails. Maybe there's a VA in your future. Maybe you don't love the fact that, yeah, maybe it's not as consistent as you would want it to be, but maybe there's a system or a practice that you can put into place that would help it be even more consistent. And so we want to kind of look and see, like, what could we possibly improve in this situation? And what could maybe feel more like love to you? And so that brings me to question number 3, which is what would help you fall more in love with your business? And there's a lot of things that you could do. You could amp up what's already working. You could try to improve what's not working. But even like having an energetic love energy towards whatever's happening right now, even that could help you fall more in love with your business. And so that's something that I want you to think about and maybe ruminate on as I give you maybe a few more examples of what could make it even more lovely and make it more kind of fall in love energy for you and your business. And that could be as simple as lighting a candle in the morning as you get your creative juices flowing and you start writing, or you start creating, or you start whatever it is that you do in the mornings. Finding a ritual that could maybe make it feel more romantic. It might sound silly, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, what did my abuela do all day in the market when there was nobody there? There was nobody buying, no customers, no clients, nothing. Like, it was just like she basically sat there and she read a bunch of books. And that became a ritual between her and her business. She had so many books in that space. And honestly, it's such a smart move because it makes business still enjoyable, even if it's not exactly going the right way, whatever the right way might mean for us, right? So for my abuela, she couldn't control certain circumstances. There was no way for her to really increase the flow of people in the marketplace because, again, the main audience like wasn't even crossing over the border for security reasons. And so what could she do to make it more enjoyable? Okay, I'm gonna read. I'm going to devote myself to cleaning whatever items, you know, have collected dust or maybe are being tarnished. It's like, okay, like devoting energy and time to the business and the items within the business in a loving way, and also enjoying my time, right? Like reading in the market, reading while I'm sitting in a shop that has no customers. So I'm not saying that that is your case. It's probably not. If you're watching this, you probably have some sort of online business, which is less likely to feel the effects of the government or politics, even though it still affects things, right? But if you had to amp up the romanticism in your business, what do you think you would do? What do you think you would put? Maybe fresh flowers right next to your laptop, or maybe start the day with an energetic practice that gets you grounded into the devotion and love that you have towards your business and your mission and your vision and your clients and your customers. Yeah, and so thinking and getting creative about that. I gave you a few examples that seem small, but I do think can really make a difference. And I really invite you to kind of maybe even like see, okay, what comes to mind first, or what sticks out to me in my room? Like, what could I use a little bit more? Maybe I have like these crystals that I want to use more, or maybe I pull a card every morning to kind of guide me in my day and to make it feel a little less grindy and more, okay, I'm in touch, I'm in tune, I'm in this channel mode, I am feeling the pleasure of business, I'm feeling the love of business. I really hope that this helps. And just to recap, the 3 questions that we covered just now is, what do you love most about your business? What do you want to improve about your business? And how could you fall more in love with your business? Like, what things could you implement, or what beautiful practices could you try to maybe engage a little more romantic energy in your business life, even though that might not seem super intuitive, but it feels really good to think about. And so if you love this, you'll love my free Soulful Business Roadmap. It's a PDF that you can download. It just requires your name and your email address. And so if you want to sign up for that, click the link below and it'll be delivered to your inbox right away. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Bye.